We are now at stage 4, paragraph page 234. Stage 4,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
234. And our
Value.
last headword was, that's correct, value newer type of lesson. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
start with revision. Ready? Okay,
Ready.
here we go. First question. Do you think the last film you saw was a good one? Do you think the last film you saw was a good one? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
the
I,
last film
I
I
thought
saw is
I thought
good.
the last film I saw
I thought the last film I saw
was a good
was a
one.
good one.
Very good. Did you think English pronunciation was difficult when you first began studying English? Did you think English pronunciation was difficult when you first began studying English? Yes, I
Yeah,
thought
I
English
thought
pronunciation
English
was difficult
pronunciation was
when I
difficult
began studying
when
English.
I studied English.
Very good. Did your parents teach you to wash and dress when you were a child? Did your parents teach you to wash and dress when you were a child? Yes, my parents
Yes,
taught
my
me
parents
to
taught
wash
me
and dress
to wash
when
and
I was a
dress when
child.
I was a child.
Right, which is quicker, a bicycle or a motorbike? Which is quicker, a bicycle or a motorbike? A motorbike is quicker
Motorbike
than a
is quicker
bicycle.
than a bicycle.
Very good. What's a bike? What's a bike? A bike is either
A,
a bicycle or a
a bike
motorbike.
is either
A bicycle
a
or a motorbike.
bicycle or motorbike.
Very good. Do you make any mistake in your last dictation? Did you make any mistakes in your last dictation? Yes, I
Yes,
made
I
some
made a
mistakes
mistake.
in
I
my
made some
last
in
in
my last
dictation.
dictation.
Very good. Do you ever mistake the word walk for work when you hear it? Do you ever mistake the word walk for work when you hear it? Yes, I
Yes,
sometimes
I
mistake
sometimes
the word
make
walk
mistake.
for work when I hear it.
But walk and walk
When I
when I
hear it.
hear it.
Very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're listening to something.
Listening to something.
I am listening, but can I hear anything? I am listening, but can I hear anything? Yes, you can
Yes,
hear
you
something.
can something
What can I
when you're
hear when you're listening? Okay, you can continue like that.
uh,
Okay, what can I hear? What can I hear? You can hear the cars
you can
in the
hear the
street,
car in
etc.
the street, etc.
Did you hear the news on the radio yesterday? Did you hear the news on the radio yesterday? Yes or no?
No, I
I didn't.
didn't hear
On the
any
radio
news
yesterday.
yesterday.
Where how often do they give the news on the radio each day? How often do they give the news on the radio each day? They give the news
They
about
give news about every 1 hour
on the radio each day.
on the radio each day.
Right? Do you listen to the same radio station all the time? Do you listen to the same radio station all the time? Yes or no?
No, I don't
Listen to
listen
the
to
same
the
radio
same
station
radio
all the
station
time.
all the time.
Very good. Do you ever feel ill? Do you ever feel ill? Yes, I
Yeah,
sometimes feel
I
ill.
sometimes feel ill.
Do you take medicine when you feel ill? Do you take medicine when you feel ill? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
take
take
medicine
medicine
when
when
I
I
feel
feel
ill.
ill.
Very good. When was the last time you felt ill? When was the last time you felt ill? The last time
The
I
last
felt
time I
ill was.
felt ill was about 1 month ago.
Very good. What's the opposite of ill? What's the opposite of ill? The opposite
The
of ill
opposite of
is
ill
well.
is well.
Very good. Do people feel well when they have a cold? Do people feel well when they have a cold? No. People don't
No,
feel
people
well
don't
when they
feel
have a cold. They
cold.
feel ill.
They feel ill.
Very good. Are you thirsty at the moment? Are you thirsty at the moment? Yes or no?
No, I'm not thirsty at the moment.
Very good. What's your favorite drink apart from water when you feel very thirsty? What's your favorite drink apart from water when you feel very thirsty? My favorite drink
My favorite
apart from
drink,
water
apart,
when I
apart from
feel
water,
very
when I'm
thirsty
very thirsty, is
is
iced coffee.
very good. What's your favorite television program? What's your favorite television program? My favorite
My
television
favorite
program
television
is
program is Silicon Valley.
very good. Okay. What's the opposite of the verb to buy? What's the opposite of the verb to buy? The opposite of the
The
verb
word
to
of
buy
buy
is to
is to
sell.
sell.
In what kind of shops do they generally sell umbrellas? In what kind of shops do they generally sell umbrellas? They generally sell umbrellas
Generally sell
in clothes
umbrella
shops.
in clothes
In
shop.
clothes shops. Very good. Do they sell food in clothes shops? Do they sell food in clothes shops? No, they
No,
don't sell
they
food
don't sell
in
food
clothes
in clothes.
shops. They sell it in
They sell
supermarkets.
it in the supermarket.
Is there a supermarket in the center of your town? Is there a supermarket in the center of your town? Yes or no?
Yes, there
There's a
is a supermarket
in
in
the
the
center
center of
of
my
my
town.
town. Very good. Okay, next. What can we say instead of a lot of? What can we say instead of a lot of? We can say lots
We
of
can say
instead of
lots of
a lot of.
better.
Very good. If you have lots of work to do and a friend talks to you all the time, what do you tell him to do? If a friend, if you have lots of work to do and a friend talks to you all the time, what do you tell him to do? If I have
If
lots of
a
work
lot of
to do and a
work to
friend
do,
talks to me
friends
all the time, I tell
all
him
the
to
time,
go away.
I tell him to go away.
Wait, did you go away for your holiday last summer? Did you go away for your holiday last summer? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
went
went
away
away
for my
for
holidays last
for
summer.
my for my for holiday last summer.
Very good. Where did you go and did you like it? Where did you go and did you like it? I went to.
I went to Niigata and
Eh,
I like it.
very good. Do you ever give any money away? Do you ever give any money away? Yes or no?
Yes,
I,
I
s-
gave
I
some
sometimes
money
give
away. Sometimes give
some money away.
some money away.
Very good. Do you take this book away with you after the lesson? Do you take this book away with you after the lesson? No, I
No,
don't
I
take
don't
that
take
book
that book
away with me after the lesson.
away after the lesson
Why not? Why not? Because it isn't mine.
because it isn't mine.
Very good. Does your country do business with foreign countries? Does your country do business with foreign countries? Yes, my country
Yes,
does
my country
business with foreign
and
countries.
foreign countries.
Very good. Is Greece a rainy country? Is Greece a rainy country? No, Greece
So
isn't a rainy country.
Greece
It's a
is a
sunny
rainy.
country.
It's a sunny country.
Very good. Is it a sunny day today? Is it a sunny day today? Yes or no?
Yes, it's a sunny day today.
Well, was it a cloudy day yesterday? Was it a cloudy day yesterday? Yes or no?
No, it wasn't cloudy. It wasn't a cloudy day yesterday.
Very good. Do you think it will be a rainy day tomorrow? Do you think it will be a rainy day tomorrow? Yes or no?
No,
Don't think.
I don't think it will be a
Uh-huh.
rainy day tomorrow.
Very good. Okay. Do you think nature is always beautiful? Do you think nature is always beautiful? Yes or no?
No, I don't think nature isn't always beautiful.
Very good. Okay. What is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? What is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? The price of a meal
The price
in a
of
very
a
cheap
meal
restaurant
in a very cheap
in the
restaurant
place
is
where I live is
in the
about
place I live is about 300 yen.
300 yen. Very good. Is a bush higher than a tree? Is a bush higher than a tree? No, a
No,
bush
bush
isn't higher
isn't
than a tree.
than a tree,
It's lower than a tree.
lower than the tree.
Very good. What does it mean if I say this work is worth £5? What does it mean if I say this book is worth £5? If you say
If
that book
they
is
that
worth
book is
£5,
worth
it means that
£8,
you can
means
sell it
that
for
you
five
can sell
pounds
it for five
or
pounds.
that it has a value of five
That
pounds.
has a value of £5.
Pounds. Very good. How much did your watch cost? How much did your watch cost? My watch cost.
My watch cost
Uh-huh.
20,000 yen.
How? When did you buy it? When did you buy it? I bought it.
I bought it about 15 years ago.
About how much do you think it's worth now? About how much do you think it's worth now? I think it's worth
I think
about.
it's worth about 1,000 yen now.
Oh, maybe even it's more expensive because it's collectors now. Okay. Are your shoes worth as much now as they were when you bought them? Are your shoes worth as much now as they were when you bought them? No, my shoes
No,
aren't
my
worth
shoes
as
aren't
much now
worth as much
as they
now
were when I bought them.
they were when I bought
They're
them.
worth less now.
What, they're
They're
worth
worth
less
less
now
now than they were when I bought them.
than they were when I bought them.
Very good. How much do you think this is worth? How much do you think this is worth? I think that's
I
worth
think
about.
It's worth about 150
No,
yen.
no, that's point 50 cent. Very good. Okay.
Oh, 150 yen.
No, that's point 50. Very good.
Great.
That's very cheap. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Okay,
Okay.
so let's start. Okay, let's talk about using the word worth plus a gerund, ing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen. If we say that something is worth doing, okay, so worth and then the gerund doing, we meant that it
Mm-hmm.
is better to do it than not to do it. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you live in a very rainy country, it is worth buying an umbrella. If you live in a
Mm.
very hot country, it is not worth buying an umbrella. I think it's also worth buying because you can also use umbrella for hot weather, right? Not
Yeah,
only
right.
for rain. Okay, let's practice. Do you think it's worth paying lots of money for clothes? Do you think it's worth paying lots of money for clothes? Yes or no?
No,
I
I don't
don't think
think
it's worth
it's
paying lots of
worth
money
paying a lot of
for
money
clothes.
for clothes.
I agree. Very good. Okay. Do you think it's worth studying the language of another country? Do you think it's worth studying the language of another country? Yes, I think it's
Yes,
worth
I think
studying
it's
the
studying
language of another country.
language of another country.
Very good. Do you think it's worth buying an umbrella if you live in a country where it only rains about once a month? Do you think it's worth buying an umbrella if you live in a country where it only rains about once a month? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think
I
it's
think so.
worth
If
buying an
you buy
umbrella
in Euro,
even if you live in a
if
country
I if you live in a
where it
country
only rains
only
about once a
rains
month.
once a month.
Yeah, you can use it in hot weather. Very good.
Yeah,
Do you think it's worth taking an umbrella with you on a rainy day? Oh, do you think it's worth taking an umbrella with you on a rainy day? Yes, I think it's worth
if you
taking an umbrella
take
with me
umbrella
on a
with
rainy
me
day.
any day,
Very good. Next, repeat hard,
hard,
soft.
soft.
Very good. Okay, listen. Hard and soft are adjectives. The word hard has different meanings in English. It means difficult, very much, and the opposite of soft. So three meanings. For example, Chinese is a hard language to learn. So it means difficult language to learn. I work
Mm-hmm.
very hard, like I work very much. The floor
Mm-hmm.
is hard, opposite of soft, and my hand is soft. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's practice. What are the three meanings of the word hard? What are the three meanings of the word hard? The three
The
meanings of the
meaning
word
of the
hard
hard word hard is
are
difficult,
are difficult, very
difficult,
much, and the opposite
very
of
much,
soft.
and the opposite of soft.
Is Chinese an easy language to learn? Is Chinese an easy language to learn? No,
No,
Chinese
Chinese
isn't an easy
isn't
language to learn.
language to
It's a
learn.
hard language to learn.
Hard language to learn.
But is English grammar hard? Is English grammar hard? No, English grammar
No,
isn't hard.
English grammar
It's
isn't
easy.
hard. It's easy.
Do you work very hard? Do you work very hard? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
work
work
very
very
hard.
hard.
I work very little.
I work very little.
We wish it's true. Right? Okay, next. Do you think you generally work harder than your parents? Do you think you generally work harder than your parents? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
think I
think
generally work
I
harder
generally
than
work
my parents.
my parents.
Very good. Is my hand hard? Is my hand hard? No, your hand isn't hard. It's soft.
Isn't hard.
Is the floor soft? Is the floor soft? No, the floor isn't
No,
soft. It's hard.
it.
Very good. Okay, now let's have future tense.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Let me put it here. So let's talk about future tense and the word will plus infinitive without to.
Mhm.
Okay, this is quite a few. You can repeat. I will eat. I'll eat.
I will eat. I'll eat.
You will eat. You'll eat.
You will eat. You'll eat.
He will eat. He'll eat.
He will eat. He'll eat.
She will eat. She'll eat.
She will eat. She'll eat.
It will eat. It'll eat.
It will eat. It will eat.
Very good. Next, we will eat. Will eat.
We will eat. Will eat.
Very good. Next, you will eat. You'll eat.
You will eat. You eat.
Very good. And last one, they will eat. They'll eat.
They will eat. They'll eat.
Very good. Okay, listen. We form the future tense with the word will and the infinitive
Mhm,
without to. For example,
mhm,
the future of I go is I will go, but not
mhm,
I will to go. I will go. The future of
mhm,
you go is you will go. Okay, the
mhm,
complete future tense of the verb to go is I will go, you will go, he will go, she will go, etc. The
mhm,
contraction of I will is I'll. The contraction of
mhm,
you will is you'll. Okay,
mhm.
let's practice. What's the future of I go? What's the future of I go? The future of I
The
go
future
is
of
I
I
will go.
go is I will go.
What's the future of you go? What's the future of you go? The future of
The
you go
future of
is you will
you go.
go. What's the complete future of the verb to go? What's the complete future of the verb to go? The complete
The
future
complete
of the
future of
verb to
to go
go
is
is
to
I will go, you will
I will
go,
go.
she
You
will
will
go,
go. You
she
will go.
she will go, etc.
She will go, etc.
Very good. Okay. What's the contraction of I will? What's the contraction of I will? The contraction of I will
Contraction of
is
I
I'll.
will is will.
What's the contraction of you will? What's the contraction of you will? The
The
contraction of you
contraction
will
of you will
is you.
is you.
What are the contractions of he will, she will, etc.? What are the contractions of he will, she will, etc.? The contraction
The
of he
contraction of
will, she
will,
will,
she
etc.
will,
are
are
he'll, she'll,
will,
etc.
etc.
Very good. Okay, next repeat in 3 months' time.
Increments time?
In
Oh,
three
in
months.
3 months.
Very good. Okay, listen. The opposite of 3 months ago is in 3 months' time. So in 3 months' time in the future. Let's practice. What's the
Mhm.
opposite of 3 months ago? What's the opposite of 3 months ago? The opposite
The up
of three
of
months
3 months
ago is
ago
in
is
3 months'
in
time.
3 months time.
Very good. Will I be here next week? Will I be here next week? Yes, you'll be
Yes,
here
we'll
next
be
week.
here next week.
What time will I leave the classroom today? What time will I leave the classroom today? You'll leave the classroom at
The classroom 7:30
today.
today.
Very good. Okay, that's already passed. Okay, next. Okay,
Sorry.
okay, next. What? Will you go home after the lesson? Will you go home after the lesson? Yes, I'll go home after
Go
the
home.
lesson. Very good. Where will you be in 6 months' time? Where will you be in 6 months' time? I'll be here in six
Be
months'
here
time.
in time.
Very good. Will he be here next lesson? Will he be here next lesson? Yes, he'll be here
Yes, I
next
will
lesson.
be here in
Will it
next lesson.
will it rain next year? Will it rain next year? Yes, it will rain
Yes,
next
it
year.
will rain year.
Will we be here in 3 weeks' time? Will we be here in 3 weeks' time? Yes, we'll be
Yes,
here
will be
in
here
3 weeks' time.
in 3 weeks time.
Very good. Will they speak English during the next lesson? Will they speak English during the next lesson? Yes, they'll
Yes,
speak
the
English
English
during the next lesson.
during during the next lesson.
Very good. Next repeat won't.
Won't
Won't. Stay.
they?
Very good. Okay, listen. The contraction of I will not is I won't. The contraction
Uh-huh.
of you will not is you won't. Okay,
Uh-huh.
the word stay is the synonym of the word remain. Stay, remain. For example, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going out of the room. I'm remaining on the chair. I'm staying on the chair. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's practice. What's the contraction of I will not? What's the contraction of I will not? The contraction
The
of I
construction
will
of
not
I will
is I
is
won't.
I won't.
What's the contraction of you will not? What's the contraction of you will not? The
The
contraction of you will
construction
not
of your
is you won't.
is you won't.
What are the contractions of he will not, she will not, etc.? What are the contractions of he will not, she will not, etc.? The contractions
The
of he
construction
will not,
of
she
he
will
will
not,
not, she will
etc.
not,
are
etc.
he won't,
Are
she won't,
not are
etc.
won't, she won't, etc.
Well, will I go home in 2 minutes' time? Will I go home in 2 minutes' time? No, you won't go home.
No, you
In
want to
two
go
minutes'
home.
time,
Tell me
you'll
time.
stay here.
Stay here.
Megan, will you be here in 100 years' time? Will you be here in 100 years' time? Yes or no?
No, I
I won't.
won't be here.
In a
100
hundred
time.
years' time. In 100 years'
In
time.
time here. In 100 years time.
Very good. You won't be here in 100 years, but you will be here 100 times. Very good. Okay, next. Will he stay here after the lesson? Will he stay here after the lesson? No, he won't stay
No,
here
he won't
after the lesson. He'll
listen.
go home.
He will go home.
Will we
He'll go
live?
home.
Will we live for 1,000 years? Will we live for 1,000 years? No, we won't live
No, we
for
won't
1,000 years.
live for
Very
years.
good. Will they agree to give you all the money they have in their pockets if you ask them? Will they agree to give you all the money they have in their pockets if you ask them? No, they won't
Yes.
agree. Yeah,
No, they won't agree.
to give me all the
No,
money they have in their
no, they
pockets.
won't agree to give me all the money
They
they
have in
have
their
in
pockets
their pocket
if I ask them.
if I ask them.
Very good. Okay, next practice we'll say yes to that. Okay, so now let's move on to your reading.
Okay.
Okay, so our reading is at stage 3, paragraph page 169. Last headword was look at. 3169, and last headword was look at. Okay, so start reading at the question. Is it right to say I'm watching that picture?
Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? No, it isn't right to say you're watching the picture. Why not? Because that picture is still. What must I say instead? You must say you are looking at the picture. Is it right to say we are
Game.
look at the game of football? No, it isn't right to say we look at the game of football. Why not? Because a game of football moves. What must we say instead? We must say we watch a game of football instead.
Very good.
Do you like watching television? Yes, I like watching television. Buy. Where do you buy your food? I buy my food from a shop near where I live. Can we buy apples at the shoe shop?
Mhm.
No, we can't buy apples at a shoe shop.
Gerund.
Gerund, preposition plus noun. Uh, do we use gerund or the infinitive after a preposition? We use the gerund after a preposition.
Mhm.
Give me some examples, please. Before coming, after taking, for buying, etc. What is a gerund? A gerund is a noun that we make by putting the letters ing at the end of the verb. Which do you think the best shop in this town for buying men's clothes or women's clothes? I think Takashimaya is the best shop in this town for buying men's clothes.
Mhm.
What do you do before coming to school? Coming to school each day. I eat breakfast, speak to my friends, etc. before coming to school each day. Are you good at playing football? No, I'm not good at playing football. I'm bad at playing football.